Hey folks, this is Rhykker with a video on the newest Overwatch hero, Orisa. We'll go over all of her various cosmetics, and then we'll show some gameplay and give our thoughts. If you haven't seen our video on Orisa's reveal and everything leading up to that, you can check out those videos over here. But basically, Orisa here is a modified OR-15 unit. You can see those in Numbani now, and going through her skins here, you can see the various colorations here. It's sort of pastel colors, and not a ton of variation, I would say, in the basic colors. I mean, it doesn't super change who she is. Her appearance is altogether very Pixar childlike. You know, even the camouflage changes it a little bit, makes it a little cooler, you can say, but again, she's a robot designed by Efi, an 11-year-old girl, and it kind of shows in the design. I think Blizzard perfectly captured what a robot designed by a little girl would look like. Except when we get into the carbon fiber and protector skins, which I think are really cool. I think these are the best skins for Orisa. I'm not super fond of her other skins. It's just a personal taste thing, but all of her golden skins I quite enjoy. She's got these that are more insectoid. It's kind of cool. I know some people aren't crazy about them, but I still prefer it to her base skins. And I bought Protector here. Protector and Carbon Fiber are my favorite. I would say Carbon Fiber is probably my absolute favorite. I like that dark, menacing theme. But, yeah, overall, you know, a big hero or Wally, you can see that the design is very much kind of in line with those sort of cutesy robots. If we take a look at her emotes, we've got Halt. Alright, Crossing Guard, okay. Let's check out Kicking Dirt over here. Oh, okay. That's one thing I actually really like. I really like her animations. I'm not super fond of her overall design, but I love the way she runs. I love the four-legged animations. I'm glad she didn't turn out to be a spider mech. Just quadruped, but more animalistic, I think is really cool. Let's see her victory poses. Alright. Flexing. Oh, this is a nice one. That's kind of cool. A little bit Zarya or Reinhardt inspired. Some Halt. Well, that's just a still frame from her emote, but that's okay. Another thing about this character, she's sort of all the other characters combined, or a lot of the other characters combined. You know, she's a little bit of Reinhardt, a little bit of Winston, a little bit of Diva, and I guess that also is reflected in her her emotes and victory poses. Let's hear some voice lines.
I'm simply following my programming.
Well, that's a whole lot to choose from. Okay. And I'm not looking at the sprays. Highlight intros. So that one's pretty cool. Okay, the next one is on the cute side. We're gonna alt-C this. Again, it's a robot designed by a kid. Supercharger? Oh yeah, this is my favorite. That one's pretty cool. That one is pretty boss. Alright, so that covers her cosmetics. Now let's show off some gameplay, and we'll commentate a match that I recorded last night. Alright, so in this gameplay footage here, we're going to be defending on Volskaya Industries. Now, it's pretty difficult on the test server to get a legit game going. Obviously, everyone wants to test the new hero, so you tend to see a lot of Osiris in the game, and I mean, sometimes that does actually work. Sometimes having multiple Osiris, particularly on defense, seems really strong. On attack, maybe not so much, but so it's a little difficult to get some proper feedback. But as you can see, doubling up on those shields is really great. One thing to note about her shield, the cooldown on it starts right after she deploys it. She can shoot her shield sort of anywhere. It's a projectile, and where it lands is where it will erect. That's what she's. It lasts 20 seconds or until it gets destroyed. But the fact that the cooldown starts right after you deploy it means you could, assuming it doesn't break, have basically constant shield. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of Osiris as well. And the shield melts pretty fast, particularly to Bastions. That's sort of what Bastion is kind of designed to be doing right now. Although he's a little overpowered in general, as people were sort of upset about. So the Fortify ability, your shift, gives you 50% damage reduction and immunity to crowd control. I'm backing away here because I've taken quite some heat. So I'm going to go actually get that other health pack. I should have just gone straight for that one to begin with, but 5 Osiris actually. So the damage adds up. Using Osira to protect a Bastion is really good. When they defended on this map, that's what they did. So we're kind of stealing their strategy of protecting a Bastion with a bunch of Osiris. And Osira is sort of a hybrid between Reinhardt and Winston and D.Va. Her attack is sort of like D.Va, but I would say more effective. As you can see, it's got quite a good range, and not a whole lot of spread. There is spread there. Again, you want to make liberal use of that Fortify, and as you can see, that right click there, within line of sight, it's going to suck people in. It's going to suck them in, and then when you trigger it again, it's going to... That's when it detonates to suck them in. And it's disruptive, it can move people out of position, and the most satisfying thing to do is actually pulling people off cliffs with it. That was really bad ult placement on my part. I thought it would actually throw the ult. I don't know, it would put it right down into place. I'm getting nano boosted right now. I'm kind of panicking as to what to do, but I don't think I actually die here, so that's good. Typically, when I get nano boosted, I'm accustomed to playing like Lucio and stuff, so I'm not... Well, I died anyway. Not accustomed to the nano boost. But yeah, so the ult that she puts down, it is a supercharger. It will damage boost you. I think it lasts roughly 15 seconds, or until it gets destroyed by the enemies. It has about 200 hit points. And, you know, overall, it's definitely powerful. Within line of sight, it will boost all of your allies' damage. So you typically want to put that around a corner. You want to keep that out of the enemy's sight so that it cannot be destroyed. Even if they do see it, though, it's got 200 hit points. It doesn't die that quickly, but... Oh, that was a nice sleep on that Bastion. Good thing that shield was up, so that I didn't hit it, in fact. So we're trying to hold this point right here. We're getting overrun a bit. You see, there was some damage boost right there. Probably not in the optimum position. And, see, I hit that Fortify. That made me survive that, but I also got slept at the same time, so I took a lot of that damage from that Hanzo ult. But if I hadn't hit Fortify, I would have been dead right away. I got to survive a little longer to take out, I think I took out that Ana. Thankfully, our Lucio there, Dude K Next, one of our mods on Twitch, stuck around to give me that, give me some of that speed boost, because that is Lucio's best function, really ferrying people to and from the battle, or mostly to the battle, not from the battle. No, that doesn't make sense. And, you see, right there, I'm going to try to suck him off the cliff. I missed. I almost got him. I nearly got him. I was so excited. If that had worked, I would have been so happy. But, later on Eichenwalde, I managed to pull a Bastion off that bridge. That bridge area on Eichenwalde is prime. It is amazing to play Orisa and just suck people off the bridge. I got so many environmental kills there. It is so fun. But you're gonna see some pretty fun plays with her her sucking power here. Against the Bastion as well, so it's gonna be very satisfying. Now, my aim is just god-awful right there. It took me way too long to kill that Ana. That said, Orisa does have quite a spread, and the thing with Orisa's spread is that burst fire doesn't help, so you might as well just hold it down. It never gets any less accurate. Here I'm pretty screwed. There was nothing I could have really done there. The whole team was gone, and there was like a 4-on-1 with an ulted Bastion. But yeah, we're gonna probably lose this point here. So falling back to point B, as you tend to do on Volskaya Industries here. I've been holding on to my Q, because I know that on point B, now I'm thinking, like I'm telling my team, should I put my ult there? But then someone else puts it in the corner over there, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's an even better idea. That's a really great place. You can even put a shield there. So, you know, pro tip for Volskaya, that's a good place. And it's a good place to look for an ult. I guess if the giant lines extending from your enemies don't tip you off. Now, that's another good place to pull off enemies. I hadn't thought of it just yet then, but you can pull them when enemies are kind of sneaking around, like a Junkrat's up there. You can pull them off, pull them down, and take them out. Those platforms as well. That's another great place to pull people off. Now, I think I've just managed to get that Ana, but she just went down into the hole. So I ended up missing her, in fact. It's a little tricky. You gotta get used to how long it takes to fire off that, the pull, whose name keeps eluding me. Graviton? Mini Graviton? Baby Zarya ult. Baby Zarya ult, we'll call it. Right there. The Bastions like to do that, and we just pull them off. Eat it, Bastion! Eat it! So satisfying. I don't care that I died. Just sucking that Bastion in turret mode. In turret mode, off of that was so satisfying. This is a game changer, guys. This is a game changer, and it is wonderful. That is what I like most about Orisa. That power right there. That repositioning power. It stops so much cheese, or it has the power to. It's wonderful. I feel that Orisa is better on defense than Reinhardt, but Reinhardt is better when you need a moving wall. Because Orisa is very stationary, and it allows you to also attack. So you can put up your shield, and you can keep attacking as well. Reinhardt, you know, he puts up a shield, and he just does nothing. Or very little, at least. But when you got a moving payload, you kind of need to keep that shield moving. It's also great at pulling Pharah along. So again, my aim here is pretty piss poor, but even if you're not sort of pulling someone into a super vulnerable position, you're at least pulling them into a predicted position so that you can start shooting at where you know they're going to get sucked into. It's a little bit of a stun, it's a little distracting. That pull power, that CC, very, very powerful. I think with good enough aim, Orisa is a good enough counter to Pharah, I would say. Obviously Ana is going to be better, but more so than any other tank, Orisa is good at dealing with Pharah. See, I'm just messing with her, and I'm probably going to die here. Yeah, but I should have fortified. I didn't fortify. The thing with Orisa, you really got to be using a lot of her abilities constantly. So she's not just a set it and forget it hero. There's a lot of buttons to push. If you've played Heroes of the Storm, she reminds me a lot of Johanna, in fact. Because Johanna also has a power similar to Fortify that makes her CC immune, and I think it makes Johanna invulnerable. But that was my first thought when I saw this. I'm like, oh, this is like Johanna from Heroes of the Storm. And I'm chasing that Bastion I shouldn't be chasing. That's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. I went all Rambo there. I think we still got him, but that was no, it was actually the our Bastion that got him there. And despite our effective use of pulling people off those platforms, they continue to do that. And that was a booped Sombra by our Lucio. I nearly sucked her back. Oh. Yeah, not sure where that Hanzo actually was. I mean, we can deduce it pretty easily there. But with two Orisas, obviously you're not going to see multiple Orisas in competitive, for instance. And I think that really helps balance things out. Multiple Orisas protecting a Bastion kind of gets insane. It's pretty difficult to deal with. Again, there we're going to put our ult over there to protect us. That was a super bad time to ult, though. I've just been playing a lot of mystery heroes, where basically use your ult or lose it forever. So I'm kind of used to doing ults without... more liberally, you can say, than you would. Sombra pretty effective against Orisa. Again, given that Orisa's a hero where you really want to be using a lot of your powers constantly. That said, if you already have a shield deployed, Sombra's hack won't deal with it, but her ult will remove it. So, I think Sombra is actually a pretty effective hero against Orisa. You know, Sombra obviously doesn't get a lot of love in competitive and whatnot. The community doesn't have a super positive opinion of her. But, this game is basically won. We might see more Sombra now with Orisa. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I tried to pull him off. I just missed that. I gotta learn to better time that. You hear the ult coming in. You hear the Hanzo ult, and we're all like, where is it? Where is it? Oh, wow. That's like the Hail Mary of Hanzo ults right there. So, I gotta say, as I'm a Lucio main. I would say a Reinhardt is my secondary hero, and I really like Orisa. I think tank is probably the role that I'm best at. I'm not saying I was great at Orisa, but I'm not a terrible Reinhardt. And of the new heroes, I wanted to like Sombra. I was just garbage at Sombra. Orisa is a hero that I might consider putting some time in. I think she has potential. I think she's a little situational again. You know, sometimes Reinhardt's better, but I think sometimes Osira is the better, quote, anchor hero. You know, when you're on defense, when you want something that's able to put up a shield, when you can put up a shield and not have to worry about moving it around, I think the utility of being able to actually shoot after putting down the shield is a lot better than just holding up that shield and occasionally fire striking, but dropping your shield in order to do that. Osira's got potential, but that wraps up this video, folks, and leave a comment with your thoughts. What do you think of Osira? Do you like Osira? Yes or no? Thanks for watching. Special thanks to my Twitch and Patreon supporters for making these videos possible. If you like this video, please share it, check out these other videos, and subscribe to join Rhykker's Raiders for more Overwatch videos.